knowing that shitty place.
Okay, welcome to Sports Talk with Denise Harris and special guest Michael. Hi, Michael.
Hey.
Okay, so we're going to talk some sports tonight. What do you think of Flacco going to Denver?
I mean, he's a good quarterback, don't get me wrong. Joe Flacco's decent, but I think he's better than Case Keenum. But it's really not a big move for Denver to make, to be honest.
I agree. I'm like, what?
I would try to wait till free agent because you know there's going to be a lot better quarterbacks than Joe.
Well, yeah.
And Joe did decent in his primes in Baltimore, but
that's why they're getting rid of him.
Because he's not that good anymore. He's just getting old.
Exactly. So why is it because salaries and stuff, or why are they doing this?
Maybe they think he's better than Case Keenum.
No way.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Case Keenum did good, so he did all right. I mean, he didn't do too bad.
Yeah, but they didn't have him playing. So, I don't understand that move at all. Whoop. Okay. Can't hear you.
I said me neither.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I don't get it. I just don't get it. What do you think of Emmanuel Sanders going back with Denver?
He's going back to Denver?
No, he's not. Okay, hold your phone different because we can't hear you.
I don't.
There you go. Whoa. Yeah, there you go.
I don't blame him. I mean, he's been there for so long, not just that, but they're getting different quarterbacks, and they're not going to do anything ever since they lost all their star players. They're a good defense ever since they've been in the Super Bowl and all that. And maybe he just had enough.
Well, I think they want to rework his contract and have him take a pay cut, if I'm not mistaken.
There's no one good enough on that team to have more money than Emmanuel Sanders himself.
Okay. Yeah, they want to restructure his contract, and he's like, yeah, no. Because, and if they, let him be a free agent, then, well, they owe him money now. But they'll save like 10 million or something they'll save or something without him on the team. So why would you do that? That's kind of crazy.
Especially losing another top receiver.
Yeah.
Because you already freaking traded Demaryius Thomas.
Yeah. He's unwilling, of course he's unwilling to restructure his contract. I think that's kind of wrong of them to even ask him to. He tweeted in response to a Denver radio station whether the Broncos should approach Sanders about adjusting his contract. And, of course, he said, it ain't happening. No way, Jose. That is exactly what he said. He's got a 1-year contract. He's got 1 year left on his 3-year contract. They're not, the Broncos, they're saying they're not exactly in dire straits, but could determine saving $10.25 million by cutting Sanders. And of course,
that just opens cap space is what it does.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, the Joe Flacco trade. Go figure. I'm boggled by that. I know there's Broncos fans out there. What do you think of this Flacco deal? I was concerned about Keenum at the beginning of the season, but Flacco, I don't think that's a good move. I think they're worried that Sanders' Achilles, he won't be able to play much. He tore it, so I don't know.
Well, it's whatever he trains, I guess. If he trains to keep getting better and don't worry about his Achilles that much. I mean,
Yeah.
it's one of the main arteries on your body. Don't get me wrong, but if he finds a way to keep that part of his ankle healthy, I think he'd be just fine.
Yeah, I agree. Derek Carr and Odell Beckham trade rumors. Ooh. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. That might be interesting.
Which teams are they going up for?
Let me just check. Trade could be in the works here. Odell Beckham Jr. Go figure. I don't know. I like Derek Carr. I'm sorry. I do like him. I'm hoping...
He's not that quarterback. He just doesn't have anybody to protect him or anybody to really to throw to.
Well, hopefully Gruden, he's going to have some major, first pick, so...
Well, yeah, I hope so.
Well, he traded for 3 of them this year, so...
He's a top quarterback, too.
Yeah, I think he's a good quarterback. I think he had a hard time getting back into it after he broke his leg.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so I think he had a hard time with that. But like you said, that nobody's protecting him. They need to, of course, Gruden has a plan, apparently. Derek Carr could be the Giants' next franchise quarterback.
That'd be an upgrade for the Giants.
Yeah, definitely.
With him, Saquon Barkley, that'd be deadly.
Yeah. They had him and Odell Beckham had a friendly competition this week, so it should be interesting. But Derek Carr could be the Giants' next franchise quarterback. And Odell may reach the trading block. We're not sure about him yet. But he might. Those two might be playing together. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Eli Manning hasn't been good for a few years now. I don't even know why he's still playing. So Derek Carr they're calling it Derek Carr to the Giants. Bets are on that. So the Giants, I don't know, they need some help. They really do.
Yeah, they definitely do. I mean, Eli hasn't been getting it done either, like he should be.
Yeah. Here's the rumor. Odell Beckham for Derek Carr trade. Drafting Kyle Murray. Oakland. So, the Raiders going to trade Derek Carr and the 24th pick in this year's draft to get the Giants wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr., of course. And will the Raiders sign Charger wide receiver Tyrell Williams in the free agency also? And what are the odds Antonio Brown might go to the Raiders? Interesting.
That'd be a pretty stacked team if they got those 3.
I know, I'm telling you what. And will they draft Alabama running back in the first round? What do you think?
Well, depending on which one there is, you got that Michael Harris or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Or, I'm trying to think of the other guy's name. I mean, they're both really good, but I don't really know. It depends how Marshawn's going to play.
Yeah. There's another rumor going around that Russell Wilson's wife and himself want to go to the Giants. I don't know. So I
think Russell's doing just fine in Seattle.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what's going on with him there, but it's like,
He
maybe
really doesn't have anybody protecting him either.
Yeah. But why go to a worse team?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't understand. Apparently, his wife would like him to. They say it's a ridiculous rumor, but it could happen. Who knows? So we got that going on. And then, of course, replacing Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell. What do you think is going to happen with them?
Well, Antonio Brown, I mean, he has been the top receiver for the last 4 years. He's been number one. I think he's a good receiver, hands down. That's easy to say. But with all this stuff going on so far, I heard that Pittsburgh's only been offered 2 first-round draft picks for him. Which in my mind, he's worth more than 2 first-round draft picks.
Well, yeah.
I'd like him to go to a team that actually needs it, like Miami. Jaguars really need help.
That's true.
The Giants need another receiver. The Jets, so Sam Darnold can get on fire when he needs to. Probably the Cardinals, but I wouldn't trust the Cardinals because Josh Rosen ain't that good.
Yeah, exactly.
The Buffalo definitely needs help.
Here's the trade plan they're talking about. That the Steelers send Antonio Brown and a 2020 6th-round pick to the 49ers in exchange for a 2019 2nd-round pick and a 2020 5th round.
Yeah, see, those are the 2 picks I heard.
Yeah, 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo could use him for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
And with Theo Garcon and Marquise Goodwin. That'd be pretty good receiving core.
Yeah, they're worried about his off-field issues, apparently. So
yeah, there's all the stuff going on between him and Big Ben.
Yeah. Well, I have issues with Big Ben, so that's not a surprise.
I think most of us do.
So he might go to the 49ers. Shipping Brown, they said, to the NFC gets him out of their backyard, but they'd have to play him. But they said no way would they trade him to the Patriots or a AFC North rival.
So that definitely counts my team out.
Yeah. But they're definitely talking with the 49ers. So, geez, I don't know. Wow.
Is there anything on Le'Veon?
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with him. I would like to see Roethlisberger retire, get out. I'm done.
Yeah, he can't throw like he used to when he was younger. He makes too many mistakes anymore.
Yeah. Let's see. Le'Veon Bell and the Steelers are well into divorce proceedings. They're going to divorce also. So, due to his holdout.
Yeah, the guy James Conner. So.
Yeah. He kept saying, I'll be there, and he never showed up, and all this other stuff. So, what they want to do, let's see, with Bell, really didn't say too much about him.
The draft class this year is going to be really good, too.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. They have so many good players coming into the draft this year.
The problem with Bell, they can't trade him unless he signs the tag, which he hasn't signed yet. And if they decide to match an offer sheet and then deal him, finding a partner willing to give up draft capital and meet the hefty contract structure for a running back would be a challenge. Plus, the NFLPA would almost certainly argue the Steelers were violating the spirit of a tag process designed for teams to keep players in good faith. That leaves them 2 options. Let Bell enter unrestricted free agency and snag as high as a 3rd round compensate pick in 2020 or tag him and hope for the best deal. But there's also a wild card, though. The team can rescind the transition tag and score a compensatory pick. So the Steelers could tag him, assume the sign and trade looks bleak after a few days. If it looks bleak after a few days, a feeling team's out. Pull the tag in time for Bell to score a good deal. So it's kind of crazy with him because he hasn't signed that tag yet.
Yeah, it's just kind of whatever Pittsburgh wants to do, really, at the moment.
Yeah, it's kind of, I don't think the Steelers, they don't want him back, actually. So I think they'll probably let him go into free agency. What do you think?
Well, I think that would be the best option because, there's a lot of teams out there that need help at running back position.
Yeah.
He's not a bad running back either. He just needs to be on a team that actually needs him, really.
Well, not screw him around either. The Steelers were kind of doing that,
Like he really never got any carries ever since James Conner came in.
Yeah. So they're interesting there. What about do you think about Colin Kaepernick? Oh my God! I'm just like
on this guy.
Yeah, what? I'm like, whoa! I couldn't. Wow! I'm like,
I'm not gonna lie. I have a great feeling that Carolina's gonna sign him.
Oh, you think?
Because, well, Cam Newton's going under surgery for his shoulder too.
Yeah.
So they're gonna need someone.
Wow.
But like I've been saying all day, I don't think he's an NFL-type quarterback.
I know. Yeah.
His pass rating is lower than 50% by a mile. He's only throwing 42%.
Right.
Throwing more picks than he has freaking touchdown passes for sure. The only thing he was decent at doing was running when he had to.
Yeah.
That was about it.
Well, this last year, it was like after his first year, he did well, of course, with the 49ers, as we all know. He got hurt, though. And he came back that following year, and he didn't even look the same. Wow. I was like, what happened to him? And then the kneeling business. And then that thing with Nike. I don't know what Nike was thinking. And now he's back in the football spotlight. So what is going on with him?
Well, the thing that irritates me about him is he brought up that Black Lives Matter. No one said that Black Lives never mattered.
That's right.
No one said a thing. He just wanted all the attention on himself.
Yeah, because he couldn't play.
He's like, all right, people, since I can't play, I'm going to throw this up, have people go with it, then they're going to start kneeling for the flags and everything.
Right.
Like, come on, man, you can't do that. Just like that left tackle from Pittsburgh. He served in the Army, and when they all stayed in the tunnel, he was doing when they ran out and saluted the flag.
Yeah.
Like Benny Awela or something like that. It's a weird name.
Yeah, he looks better this year. But most teams decide he's not even worth a look, basically.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like every time an NFL quarterback suffers an injury or throw or gets fired, okay, it's like, is this
they
me?
Don't play so well.
Yeah. Is he going to get it?
Case Keenum had a great year in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Now look at him. He's not doing so hot.
Yeah. It's been nearly 2 years since Kaepernick's played a game, but now he's back in the talk somewhere. Let's see. Alex Smith went down, Andy Dalton went down, and Blake Bortles went under the bus. But no Kaepernick yet.
Yeah, Jaguars definitely need a quarterback.
Yeah.
Blake Bortles is horrible. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. Everybody was talking about him early in the season, and then there he went, down the tubes, man. Let's see. They're saying he's ready to go if he gets a call. They say he's in peak physical condition. I don't know about that. I don't know. Let's see. I'm trying to remember what team was looking at him. Who was it?
I forgot.
Dang it. Who was it? Dang it. It could be the Panthers. There was another team that was looking at him. Wasn't the Cowboys, wasn't the Broncos, wasn't the Lions.
It's literally the Panthers' fault why Cam Newton got injured.
Yeah.
They should have set him down when he had that shoulder injury.
Oh, yeah. But they didn't.
No, they made him play the rest of the season.
Could be. Wasn't them.
I just don't understand how the heck that dude can chew gum, especially when he gets hit.
Oh, I know.
Like, you don't choke on that stuff? Like, geez.
Yeah. Not the Saints, not the Giants. Who's looking at him? Was it the Jets? Cripe, they had Josh McClown. So there you go. Oh, God, he was another one. I don't know what the hell they were thinking.
Josh Old Bone McCown.
Yeah, we used to call him McClown. So, I don't know. Who was looking at him? It wasn't, was it Tampa? No. Maybe it was Washington. Colt McCoy, of course. He's been everywhere, too. So there you go. I'm not sure because I can't remember. I just saw it yesterday. But most teams, kind of pass him over. So we'll see. He filed a grievance. Apparently he settled. I don't know. 2 teams might be interested in him. Let's see who that is in adding him as a free agent. Oh, he's got Mike Garagos as a lawyer. Oh, there you go. That's interesting. If Cameron the lawyer revealed, if they'd be interested in the Dolphins. The 2 remaining teams that are supposedly interested in him. That's not the Dolphins. They didn't. He did offer clues. He said if Al Davis was still alive, that's all I'm going to say. Apparently, the Raiders are potentially interested in him. Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm hearing right now about Blake Bortles. He said it's just me waiting on them. I guess Blake Bortles said added. I've heard nothing from anybody related to the team.
Yeah. Supposedly, Garagos, the lawyer. Of course, we all know Garagos. He's a huge lawyer. Anyway, let's see. He believes the Patriots might. Oh, I don't think so. They have more sense than that. Oh, dear Lord. I don't know. I can't see. I don't know. I don't know who would sign him at this point. He would have to be a backup. I would think.
Oh, for sure.
I
would definitely start Blake over Josh Rosen any time of the day.
Oh,
but
yeah. So,
other than that,
yeah,
he's a backup for sure.
Okay, so what do you think about the draft coming up? Who's going to look for what? What do you think the Browns are going to look for?
Browns, probably in the first round, they're probably going to go for a defensive tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're going to run heavy defensive formation this year, which is going to be focused more on run stopping than anything.
Right.
So they're probably going to get a high defensive tackle, probably someone either from Clemson or Alabama, which are the top 2 teams that have great defenses. In the second round, I would try to snag that Missouri wide receiver. that's been in the hypes lately, been talked about a lot. Because I think he'd be another deadly target with Jarvis Landry, Antonio Callaway, and that O'Keeler or whatever. It's like Okerla. It's like Harris or some kind of weird name. But
yeah,
dude's good. I was watching videos on him. He's good enough to play. What the Browns really need to do in free agent this year is go and try to sign backers. Their linebackers ain't that good, really. I like Joe Schobert, but he's not a blitzing type. He's more coverage than anything.
Yeah.
Then Kursky can't stay healthy, and he's more of a blitzing. He can't really cover, and Jamie Collins is just getting old.
Okay.
They definitely need a left tackle.
Yeah, and the Eagles are expected to place a franchise tag on Foles and see what kind of trade market he has. So we'll see about that. Players like the Panthers safety Eric Reed has already resigned. I'm trying to see who's going to be in the free agency coming up this year. Of course, Le'Veon Bell, DeMarcus Lawrence of the Cowboys. Of course, Le'Veon Bell. Clowney. Yeah, Clowney is also on the market. Yeah. Nick Foles.
Nick Foles. I thought the Phillies said they were going to sign him again.
Yeah, I don't know. He needs to find the right system to play in. His play late in the 2018 season showed his Super Bowl run was no fluke. The Eagles believe they can get a draft pick for Foles, despite a huge contract expected. We'll see what happens. Right now, there isn't.
Who's going to play when Carson gets hurt?
Yeah. Well, that's what.
Hurt the last 2 seasons.
Yeah. I don't know. If they don't. They think they can get a draft pick for him, but look for a big contract for him. We'll see what happens. We're going to have to wait and see. Great. Yeah.
Nick did good both years when Carson got hurt.
Yeah.
He won the Super Bowl, and he took him back to the playoffs.
Yeah. Grady Jarrett of the Falcons. He's a game wrecker from the interior. Yeah. He may not get away. We'll have to wait and see. They haven't talked contract yet. So, Trey Flowers of the Patriots, believe it or not. Yeah, he can do everything from a variety of positions. However, again, he may not. Contracts have not been signed yet. So we have to wait and see what's going to happen.
There's plenty of times for contract negotiations.
Right. Earl Thomas, safety for the Seahawks.
Yeah, might go to the Cowboys.
Yeah. But 2 of his 3 seasons, of course, he's been injured. So we shall see. We shall see how that goes. D. Ford of the Chiefs. The Chiefs might use a franchise tag on him to make sure his monster breakout season can be repeated. So we shall see. We have to find out how this is going to go. Frank Clark, defensive end of the Seahawks. He isn't as complete a player as some of the other guys, but 32 sacks and 66 quarterback hits speaks for itself. Where do you think he could fit in, defensive end? What team do you think?
Frank Clark. I like Frank Clark. He's more of a pass rusher. He's not a power dude.
Yeah.
I mean, he's big, but he's good when he goes around the edge. He's hard to stop.
Yeah.
A team that could really use another defensive end like that, I would put him alongside with J.J. Watt on Houston.
Oh, on Houston, yeah. Ooh, yeah.
When you have 2 good speed rushers like that, I mean, Houston has a good defense. That would just be another upgrade to their defensive line.
Right. Wow, that would be a duo.
And since getting rid of Davion Clowney,
yeah,
you can just replace Jadeveon with Frank Clark himself.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that would be good. I agree with you.
Duo. Another good duo I would like to see. I mean, he played for Green Bay, doesn't he? I'm pretty sure he did. Frank Clark.
Yeah.
Yeah, defensive end for Green Bay. He'd be a good one next to Myles Garrett too for the Browns.
Oh, that would be good.
Him and Myles Garrett, because Myles Garrett's really, really good too.
Oh yeah, he is. Yes, he is.
And that'd just be another upgrade to the Browns D line.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Emmanuel Ogbah, but I would use him for more interior. I'd like to see him go to Atlanta because they also can use Vic Beasley as a DN too, which he is not bad at. That would just help their D line out, but they need a lot of help, offense wise and everything.
Yeah. Landon Collins of the Giants, safety.
Landon Collins.
He just underwent shoulder surgery.
Like Cam Newton.
And at week 13. So we'll have to see what's going to happen with him. He received defense.
Like Landon Collins.
You do or don't?
I love Landon Collins.
There you go.
He's one of the star players on the Giants defense anyways.
Yeah, but he's about the only good thing about the Giants. Yeah. He deserves a better team, I think. We'll see.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because they don't really have anybody else. I would love to see him play for the Saints because the Saints have such a great defense. What
about C.J. Mosley, linebacker for the Ravens?
C.J. Mosley.
Yeah.
He's kind of getting old, but I still see years in him. And he's still good.
He's smart, and he's a good leader. He could be a spark for a team. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure. I would have C.J. Mosley probably go to the Browns, to be honest.
I was thinking that, too. He'd be a real asset as far as, getting him fired up and getting him going, and because he's good for that.
Not just that, but he's decent on coverage, but he's really good when he blitzes in, too, so.
Yeah.
He's kind of like a hybrid.
Okay. Sheldon Richardson of the Vikings, defensive tackle. Yeah. He said that they're saying he's been kind of stuck on the prove it contract cycle for years. Like, prove to us that you're worth this. Do you think he is?
I mean, he played well in Seattle, but I don't know. It depends. I mean, he had great years. I mean, not everybody's going to have 100% every single time.
Right.
It depends how well he performs in practice and see how much he wants it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
He can stay healthy, too.
Yeah.
If he stays healthy, I think he'll be just fine.
Okay, good deal. Ron Darby, cornerback for the Eagles. He had a torn ACL, which, of course, hurt his value. But he's kind of a soft cornerback crop. What do you think?
Ronald Darby.
Yeah.
Man, don't even get me started with that. I used to think he was good when I first seen him play. I was like, this dude's going to turn out pretty good, but he's just like that Coleman dude from the Rams.
Yes.
He does dirty hits.
Yeah, Roby Coleman,
He's falling apart. Yeah, he's falling apart is what he's doing. And when he tore his ACL, you said?
Yeah, ACL, yeah.
Well, that's just going to slow him down, so he's definitely probably going to get burned deep. Especially from someone like Tyreek Hill or...
True.
DeAndre Hopkins or someone that you have to stay strive with.
Yeah, good point. You're right. Yeah, he does remind me of him. Yeah, very true.
Like, the only corner that's been doing so well this year, other than my dude Denzel Ward, is Stephon Gilmore. For the Patriots, that dude has been locked down all year long. As much as I as much as I don't like the Patriots,
well,
I
yeah.
love Stephon Gilmore.
He's great. He's a great player. We heard so much of him this year, and he just played his heart out. He's good.
Oh man, you can't really explain it. The only thing you say is, I feel bad for whoever he's trying to get past.
Yeah, you got that right. I wouldn't want to get hit by him.
I try to go to the other side of the field.
How about Tyreen Matthew? He's a safety for the Texans. Tyrann.
Oh, Tyrann Matthew.
Yes.
I think he's good. I love Tyrann Matthew.
Yeah?
The Honey Badger.
Yeah, Honey Badger. Yep. They're wondering why he didn't, safeties like Honey Badger didn't get paid well last offseason. But they're saying there's a better crop of free agents at this position this time around. So, hopefully. What about LaMarcus Joyner of the Rams?
He's a corner too, isn't he?
Uh-huh. He's a safety.
Oh, he's a safety?
Yeah.
Well, the only thing I can say is about the Rams is, why do they freaking start C.J. Anderson and not freaking Todd Gurley?
Yeah, yes, because there's a thing on that. He was injured. He was playing injured. He should not have been playing, in case you didn't know.
Well, if you think about it, the coach on the freaking Rams was like Sean McVay.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, he's healthy and he's ready to go.
No, he's not.
Pre-game.
Yeah, no.
He said he was 100%. He's ready.
And he was not.
I mean, he did get more yards than C.J. Anderson did.
Yeah, but he wasn't ready. That's the thing. That's what they're saying. He was injured. He was playing injured where he shouldn't have been.
They just need a whole new running back upgrade.
Yeah, I agree.
Because when Todd Gurley's healthy, you know that dude is a beast when he's healthy and he's ready to go. But
I don't know. I don't know. We'll get into him in a bit.
I think LaShawn McCoy
What?
LaShawn McCoy's on a bad team too. He's such a good running back.
Yeah.
I mean, most people see him underrated. I think he's good. He just needs to be on a better team.
It's just, sometimes it's just the team they're on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, he's done really well for the Bulls. The Buffalo.
Uh-huh.
I said Bulls.
Yeah. Buffalo Bills.
Chicago.
Yeah. Chicago
Bills,
Bulls,
I meant to say.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It just depends on the team they're on, too, and how well they utilize them, I think, a lot of times. What about Teddy Bridgewater? Backup for the Saints.
I don't really know about him, to be honest.
You think he's done?
Probably, I would say so.
Yeah?
Ever since he really hasn't been turning out for the Vikings when he had him.
True.
When they had him. He's a decent backup, but
that's about all.
I don't see him going too far anymore in the NFL.
Yeah, backup position somewhere. That's all he'll get, probably.
Most likely. He's not worth a starting spot. Neither is freaking Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know why he's still around either. I really don't.
I don't understand. How can you be the highest paid quarterback and play terrible like that?
I know. How could you? I don't get that. I don't get. It's like, what?
You know, hard why? To all the Lions fans out there, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
How does your quarterback get paid so much? Because they think how good he is, but he doesn't show out for all the money that he's getting paid for.
Yeah, he didn't produce, that's for sure.
Heck no, he didn't.
No. I agree. I'm surprised we haven't seen him yet on the block.
I think we will be in about the next year or so.
Probably. Preston Smith, linebacker, Redskins.
I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen him play.
Yeah. Sue is for the Rams, defensive tackle for the Rams. Sue. So his price tag could skyrocket the way he played in the divisional round. But I don't know about that either. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think he's worth it?
Depending if he can stay healthy and keep playing the way he's playing.
Then he's worth a hefty price tag?
Probably not.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Zadarius Smith, Ravens, offensive linebacker.
Darius Smith, that dude, he's good. I like him, but he's too cocky.
There you go. I agree. That's what I was going to say.
Too cocky.
Yeah.
He thinks he's better than everybody. Kind of sounds like Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly. Darrell Williams, offensive tackle, Panthers.
He's not bad either. I mean, he's kind of fell off over the years.
Well, he missed most of the season because of a knee injury, so...
Yeah. I don't think he's going to be that good anymore.
Okay, these are all people in the free agency as of right now, guys, so that's what we're talking about. Clinton Dix, safety for the Redskins.
Oh, man. That'd be a freaking great upgrade for the Browns.
Oh, yeah, I think so, too. But they're saying, after being traded from Green Bay this season, might have him pegged as just an above-average starting safety. But that should be worth something on the open market. So we'll see where he ends up. He's a good player. I don't know why.
He is.
Why did the Packers do that? I don't know what the hell they're doing there. I really don't know what they're doing in that franchise.
I love his name in personal. Who names their son?
I always thought that, but I never said it. But that's very true. Clinton Dix.
I love his name.
I know, it's great. And he's a good player.
If you walk into the locker room, you'd be like, "Yo, what's up, How you doing?"
I could just see that. But I think whoever gets him is going to get, they're getting a prize for sure. For sure.
One person that's been shocking me so far in the rookie season is Darius Leonard.
Wow.
Linebacker for the Indianapolis Colts. Got Defensive Rookie of the Year. Dude is a beast. Great upgrade for the Colts. I think so.
What about Brandon Graham of the Eagles, defensive end?
Brandon Graham.
Yes.
My dude got a strip sack versus Tom DeFlady and won the Super Bowl.
Uh-huh.
He's a great player.
There you go.
Can you say about him?
He'll be another great addition.
He's just like Cameron Jordan. When you need them, they'll show up.
Yep.
Yep. Brandon Graham is one of those type of dudes. He's smart on field and smart off field. You never hear anything bad about him.
That's the kind of player you want, for sure.
Exactly.
Some of the top draft picks this year are Jonah Williams for Alabama, Jermont Jones, Ohio State, Dexter Lawrence, Clemson, Devin Bush, Michigan, of course Trayvon Miller, Clemson. So who do you think the Browns are going to? Who do you think, or what position are the Browns going to take?
So I think the Browns are going to focus on D-tackle right now. At least they're going to need somebody for the interior, because that's where all the big running plays keep going. They're good on the outside, but when it goes up the middle, the people get 10, 15 yards of carry going straight up the middle.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. Boom, boom. But if it's not D-tackle, it's left tackle for sure. Because Baker, there's no way Baker can stand in that pocket and get hit from his blind side. when the dude freaking played for Pittsburgh and did well, but now he's doing horrible.
Yeah. The Arizona Cardinals, of course, are going to get number one because they were 3-13, of course. So they have a lot of needs. So it's going to be hard to tell what they're going to pick first. I don't think they're going to get a quarterback, though. So
no, probably not.
Yeah.
They got a young one.
Yeah. 49ers, they were 4-12, of course. And Jimmy Garoppolo is expected back this year.
They just need more help on defense.
Yes. Oh, definitely, for sure.
Their offense ain't bad. It's just their defense.
Yeah, it's really bad. What do you think of Sam Darnold? What do you think of him?
Sam Darnold.
Yeah,
quarterback for the Giants.
For the Jets.
No,
Jets.
Jets.
You're the right state, though.
He had a decent rookie year. He just really doesn't have anybody to throw to either.
No. They need some definite help there, for sure, in that
Yeah.
area.
And if he has nobody to throw to, he's not going to be a good quarterback.
Yeah.
Look at Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Because you have Julian Edelman.
Oh, yeah.
Gronkowski.
Yep.
Freaking
Hogan.
multiple
White.
targets. Oh,
James White.
yes.
Yeah.
Sony Michel.
Yep.
Oh, my God. I love that dude.
He's cool. He reminds me of Sproles. Darren Sproles.
Oh, Darren Sproles. Yeah.
He reminds me of him. He just squirts right in there, man.
The only thing that Sony started off slow on was his season.
Yeah.
He started off slow because he needed to get used to it, but once he got a hang of it,
yeah, he busted out. Yeah. Him and James White, awesome players. Of course, Oakland Raiders are gonna. They ended up 4-12, by the way, which is surprising. But anyway, they're gonna. Of course, Gruden has his plan in effect. He's got 3 first-round draft picks this year because of his trades, and 2 next year, or is it 2 this year, 3 next year? It's one way or another. But they're going to get some decent players. Plus, if they use a free agency.
Good, about time Oakland gets good players.
Yeah, I agree. Broncos. Oh, dear. That's such a...
The only person I like on Broncos is Von Miller. That's my dude.
Yeah, he is so awesome.
I mean...
But how long is he
awesome.
going to be there? I
think he's slowed down because I don't think he likes being there anymore.
I think it's, that it's the management and the coaches, the coach.
He's just giving up on the team period. He's like, we're not good. What if I try it? I'm not going to be the only person to do anything myself. Yeah,
I saw him a couple times. He was after somebody, but then, he kind of backed off. So, yeah, I saw that for sure. Or what about Philip Lindsay? He was good. He's good.
Philip Lindsay.
Yes.
That dude is he's a beast.
Yeah.
He's good.
Yep. Yeah, he is. They definitely need some help in that team. It was sad to see it happen the way it did this year, unfortunately.
I mean, I thought Philip Lindsay did really good.
Yeah.
I'm just mad that freaking Saquon Barkley got freaking Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think Baker should have got it.
Oh, I agree. Didn't he get Offensive Player of the Year, though?
Who, Baker?
Yeah.
No? Saquon Barkley did.
Oh, pfft. I thought he got something, but I don't know what.
No. I haven't seen it. He was involved with the Offensive Rookie of the Year.
That's what I thought.
He was in the top 5 for it.
Yeah. That's too bad. Yeah,
but
I agree.
Of course they'll give it to Saquon.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Saquon's not bad. It's just, I thought Baker really did what he had to do, and
he did.
He really proved he turned Cleveland around, and look at that.
I like his attitude, too. It's great.
Oh, man.
He's funny.
Especially when he comes out.
Yeah.
Like that one game, he's like, I'm feeling dangerous today.
Yeah.
Feeling dangerous.
Yeah. And that one, when they went with Hugh Jackson, and Hugh went to hug him, and he just backed up.
He gave him the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, that was great. And he went to hug him, and he just backed up and shook his hand. That was it. He didn't want any part of that, which I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. So,
how do you become a coach for, like 4 or 5 years and freaking go 3-3?
Yeah, I don't know. He was so
Then we
bad.
got this new dude, Freddie Kitchen, which is now our head coach.
Yeah.
Run a different formation against Atlanta that no one's ever seen before.
Yep.
And it worked just fine.
Exactly.
Perfectly.
Exactly. He wasn't an NFL coach. There's no doubt about it, Hugh Jackson. I don't know. Everybody thought that. So that wasn't a big surprise.
What do you feel about the Browns signing Kareem Hunt?
I feel pretty good about that, actually. I think he'll add to the roster there, beef it up some. What do you think?
Well, it could go either way, good or bad. Why do you think we signed him for 1 year?
Yeah.
See what he can do.
Yeah, I think that was a smart thing to do, actually. Just sign him for a year.
If he plays as good as he plays in Kansas City, we'll be fine.
Yep.
I would run, because if he starts off and he plays really well, run 2 back. Run with Nick Chubb.
Oh, yeah.
Kareem Hunt, and put Duke Johnson out in the slot.
Oh,
He's better at catching.
Are you listening, Browns people? Listen. He knows what he's talking about. So, listen to him. Listen to him.
Team.
I hope so. That was a smart thing to do, just sign 1 year to see.
I want to see Baker get involved more with Jarvis Landry.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I really do.
I think we'll see that. They're going to be, work together more.
Yeah, there was a couple plays where Jarvis fumbled.
Yeah.
He only fumbled like 3 times this season, which isn't bad.
No.
Out of all 16 games.
But there's a few he missed, too, he should have caught.
Yeah.
So I think they just need to... The problem has always been that the people have not been there long enough to work together for any amount of time. So hopefully now this is going to happen. Now they can, practice, decent practices where they're going to be working together all the time. And
Jarvis Landry's my dude.
Oh, yeah.
Jarvis Landry.
So, now that we've got a team in place and they're doing well, people are going to stay. So that's a first also in how many years. And we'll actually have a cohesion there where they're, been there. The same players are still there. And that's always been a problem. But the Browns were always like, okay, we're getting rid of him. We just got him. What are you doing? They didn't have a chance to work with each other. So I think that's going to be...
The Browns turned it around instead of going from quarterback every single draft every year.
Right.
The players that actually need.
Yes. And all the ones we had, they're all back up somewhere. Josh McClown, though. I'm just like, wow. Why would that happen?
4 teams.
Yeah.
That's going to be the watch this year. Kansas City's going to be deadly.
Oh, yeah.
Going into this year with Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, my dude Travis Kelce.
I love Travis Kelce. He's great.
I think the Browns are going to go in the playoffs. I say they're going to go 12-4. Is what I'm saying.
Good.
12-4. Then I say within 2-3 years, I think the Browns are going to the Super Bowl.
Woohoo! Wouldn't that be awesome?
Guarantee it. Well, because look at Baker.
Yeah.
Baker's a great guy. He's a good leader when he needs to be.
Yes. And
when he gets the team pumped up, they play really, really well.
Oh, yeah. I was so impressed this year. I really was with how far they came.
My second team, which you know who my second team is, I think the Saints are going to do phenomenal.
Yes. Oh, yes. Drew Brees isn't going to take this lightly. And personally, as far as the Super Bowl goes, number 1 is the most boring Super Bowl ever. And I'm sorry, the Rams should have never been there to begin with, as you all know I have said before.
First off, it shouldn't have been the Patriots and the Rams. It should have been the Chiefs and the Saints. Absolutely.
I totally agree. I was really hoping for that. But, of course, the refs, and I'm going to sound off about Roger Goodell again. His weenie actions here that he does nothing and says nothing. We're going to look at the ref problem. Oh, you think?
Well, you should have done that like 3 years ago.
Yeah, maybe it's time for a new NFL commissioner, maybe. That's my opinion.
Exactly, I think so.
I'm done with this guy.
This has been going on for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Because every time the Browns go against someone, everybody throws flags against the Browns.
Yes.
Even when they don't do anything wrong.
Yep.
It's irritating.
Now.
And clearly, I'm telling everybody now, that call should have been a call, hands down.
Yes.
First of all, that dude, when he was running out on that bubble and he ran upfield, the ball was 5 yards away from him to the right of his shoulder. Freaking Coleman didn't turn around and look at the ball. That should have been a helmet-to-helmet call and pass interference.
Yep.
Hands down. I would have got him for targeting.
Yep. Absolutely.
Easily.
Absolutely.
You're freaking 4 feet away from him.
Yeah.
How are you trying to tell me you didn't see him?
His policy, and this is a actual article, Roger Goodell's policy of standing for nothing is finally falling apart, and it's about damn time. He has tried desperately to disguise his spinelessness as diplomacy. He has done nothing, and he well damn should have in that Saints game. I am sorry. They all admitted it. Then do something about it.
The Saints and the Rams should have had a rematch.
Yes. Something.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
A rematch or a half of the game.
Roby Coleman admitted, I hit him because I knew he'd get a touchdown. What the hell?
Exactly.
I mean...
It's because if you look, when you have freaking Alvin Kamara running those out there, dude, he was killing everybody on the outside.
Yeah.
Getting first downs and more every time thrown to him on the outside.
Yeah. In the case of the national anthem protests when they were kneeling, his refusal to take a position offended everybody on both sides. He took no stand whatsoever. He refused to. And then he's facing his worst case scenario. After meeting with players on Tuesday, yesterday, Goodell held a disastrous press conference. He contradicted himself while trying to explain why he won't force players to stand. Are you kidding me? We need a new commissioner who's going to help the players and the teams. He also passive-aggressively tried to underplay the conversation altogether that there were only 6 or 7 players who are involved in this protest, which is an out-and-out lie. He's just... He talks in circles. He never gives you a straight answer on anything. Goodell is utterly incapable of taking a stand. So he's resorted to a tactic that we see used on national television, inland on a regular basis, the lying. And it's partially of his own making. He allowed the resentment on both sides of the issue to fester for over a year. So he's ultimately responsible for his own demise, so to speak. He could have written a rule that required all players to stand for the national anthem. He chose not to. And personally, as far as that goes, this is what you're paid for, players, not a protest. You want to protest outside of your work environment, that's your business, that's fine. Do not take it on the field. We're there to see the game. This is what people pay for, not to see your protest.
I mean, you gotta realize how many veterans and stuff watch that stuff too. And they're like, you know how disrespectful this is?
Yeah.
You know how many viewers they probably lose to that?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Millions. I'm guaranteeing it.
But he has...
That means they're just losing millions of dollars.
Yeah. But I like it. They say he's spineless. Absolutely. NFL and the spineless Roger Goodell. I love that heading then. It's crazy. And he could have done something with that game. He chose not to do anything. Again.
Exactly. In my opinion, if I was commissioner and all those people would have did all those lawsuits and everything
Yeah.
going on,
Yeah.
I would have done something right away. Especially, I would have watched the call myself.
He
I would
did.
have watched the play
Yeah.
myself. I've been like, one, I should have been called a targeting and the pass interference.
Right.
I've been like, two, all those refs on that field, you're all fired. And for three, Rams versus the Saints
Yes.
rematch
Yeah.
this week before the Super Bowl.
Yeah. That it should have happened. Something should have happened, one way or another. But he chose not to say anything and didn't do anything. He just irritates the living hell out of me right now because he shouldn't even be in there. We need a new commissioner. How do we go about doing that? I really don't know.
Man, I know so much about the NFL, I should go do it myself.
Go for it.
Get out of here.
Right?
People, man, half of these people don't even know what they're doing in there
Yeah,
anymore.
I know. The NFL commissioner is taking the power granted from Deflategate and using it immediately. Taking the power granted to him under Article 14 and shoving it down the player's throat. He's ruined the career of Saints DT Anthony Hargrove because the NFL failed to admit they were wrong during Bountygate, so to speak. Of course, Brady served that 4-game suspension because Roger Goodell had a safe face. Because it was a tainted investigation, in case y'all didn't know. Because Goodell had to save face. So there you go. Now
but you also got to realize it's like freaking what? Like -5 when they were playing?
Yeah. Yeah.
So all that cold air relieves the ball.
Exactly. It contracts. And number two, the refs did not catch it till after halftime.
Exactly.
Again, we're back to the refs not doing their job.
It's because when the dude picked it off from the Indy,
Yeah.
he stopped and he walked over and he gave it to the ref, and they were on and on for freaking 20 minutes trying to figure out what was going on. I was like, Jesus, can you just play the game?
Yeah, absolutely.
How do you feel about the AAF?
The AAF? Oh, the American.
The minor league football or whatever.
I just saw an article on that about them needing, funds to continue. I think it's a good thing because I think it's a good.
It's a good chance to give.
Yes, I think. Yeah. We have the Arizona Hotshots, Atlanta Legends, Memphis Express, Orlando Apollos, San Antonio Commandeers, San Diego Fleet.
They have some weird names.
Yeah, I know, right? It's great. What is the AAF? Notable players, coaches, and teams schedule for? It's the Alliance of American Football League is what it is. Alliance of American Football League. That is what it is.
They should have made it something different than the AAF.
Yeah. It can be streamed on CBS All Access. You may have come across some news about former NFL quarterbacks finding new homes. There you go.
Yeah, they're using a lot of old different quarterbacks to go play there.
Josh Johnson, Christian Hackenberg, Aaron Murray, they were selected as if starting their NFL careers fresh. They're actually preparing to suit up for the AFF. Brand new league, and it just debuted this past Saturday. Or this Saturday it's going to be on.
I think it's a great idea.
I think so too.
It's not just because, I seen this dude in college.
Right.
Let's draft him right away in the draft, and he goes straight to the big leagues. There should be another step before you go into the big leagues that's higher than college.
Right.
So the AAF is the minor league, just like they have minor league baseball before you get drafted to a big team.
Yeah, they bring them up from there.
Exactly. It shows to see if you can actually play, you can actually handle with the big guys that used to be ex-players of the NFL.
Right.
And still want to play. So they go down to the minor league and play in the minor league to see if these young folks can do what they can do.
Right.
And if they can, you can use them in the draft for the year after.
Right. It's an 8-team league that exists to both complement the NFL, during the off season and showcase local developing talent, which is perfect. Its leadership board features former NFL players Jared Allen, Hines Ward, Troy Polamalu. So all these people are, this is on the AAF board, these players are. And its mission is to provide high-quality professional football fueled by a dynamic alliance between players, fans, and the game. So there's 8 teams.
Now going all the way back to Troy Polamalu and Hines Ward,
yeah.
I think that's going back a little too far.
Yeah.
And someone has to have an age to be cut off at.
Yeah, I think so too. League. Yeah, I do. But they're on the board. They're not playing. They're on the board. They helped create this. So, that
was smart of them.
Yeah, I think it's great. We all love football. I do. I'm glad to see it on the off season. I'm like, hey, more football. So
I played high school and now I'm playing in college. So.
That's right. That's right.
I love it too.
But before any players signed to the league, the AAF also announced head coaches for all 8 of its teams. Rick, let's see. Here's some of the most notable names on each team. Arizona Hotshots has Rick Neuheisel. Atlanta Legends, Kevin Coyle. They have quarterback Matt Sims, Stephen Hill. Trent Richardson is on the Birmingham Iron. Tim Lewis is the coach. Get this. Memphis Express. Guess who's the coach for that? Mike Singletary.
Ooh,
I love that guy. He was great. So Mike Singletary is the coach for the Memphis Express. Gotta love it. For the Salt Lake Stallions, Dennis Eckerson is the coach. Quarterback B.J. Daniels. Running back Matt, I can't pronounce his last name. Asiata.
Whatever, I guess.
Yeah. So some big names in here. So CBS has scheduled to broadcast February 9th, which was opening day, with regional coverage, and you can stream it on at CBS All Access if you're interested. CBS Sports Network will then carry one AAF game each week throughout the season. So there you go. I think it's great.
It's awesome.
I am so glad to see that.
It shows that certain people have talent.
Yes.
It shows that certain people are ready if they can play in the big league. And see if they blow the minors team. I said the minors team, seriously. The minor league by storm. And if they do that, they know they're going to be ready for the pros themselves.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's great.
See, I'm confused on Kyler Murray.
Okay.
Because, one, he said he didn't care about the Heisman if he won it because he was going straight to MLB.
Right.
But now he's going to play football. Like, bro, can you just make up your mind?
I know. I agree. Like, I thought you didn't care.
If you didn't know that you're going to play for either, you should be like, I don't know. I'll make my decision. Be like, oh, I'm going to go play for the MLB in a minute.
Yeah.
You know what? I changed my mind. I'm going to go play for the NFL.
Yeah, what the hell? Yeah, exactly. I agree.
I don't really think he's going to be a big player in the NFL either.
I don't think so. I think you're right. I kind of got that feeling. Yeah, I kind of got that feeling.
Small. I just have a feeling he's going to get hit by those 6'4", 390-pound defensive linemen.
Yeah.
Coming at you, and this dude's only freaking 5'11", only weighs like freaking 215, and half of those guys, those big men can run.
Yeah.
For how big they are,
some
of them can run 4'9", 5 flat.
I agree with you, because I think what happens is they think they do so well in college, they're ready for the NFL. They have no clue. They're in for a surprise.
It's a whole different progress.
Yeah, it is.
Progression. Because you think about it, you do a lot of different things in college than you do in the NFL.
Oh, yeah.
And it's the same thing around with the NFL to college.
Yep, exactly.
Bigger players. You You got the greatest players around the world. You got everything on one team, and
yeah,
it's just different. See, college is focused on mostly one player at a time.
Right.
Like Kyler Murray, Heisman Trophy, blah blah blah, whatever. You don't hear about anybody else on the team.
Right.
Now, when it goes to NFL, you hear people about Tom Brady, Julian Edelman, Chris Hogan, Gronkowski. It's more than one person because it's a team.
Exactly. It's a whole new structure for them. And it takes some time for them to figure out how, the difference. So we'll see how he does. I don't think he'll do well either, but we'll have to see.
Now, I can't wait to see Trevor Lawrence to go to the freaking NFL. That dude is going to be a beast in the NFL.
Oh, yeah.
I love him.
Yes.
So, the quarterback for Clemson that killed Alabama. Holy Lord! And everybody says, "Oh yeah, Alabama's going to win." I'm like, don't count out Clemson, man. They're such a good team. Everybody's like, "Who are you going for?" I'm like, "I'm going for Clemson." Why Clemson? Blah blah blah. Do you not see who the quarterback is? The dude's been on fire all season long.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think he's going to stop. They freaking scored 60-something points against the number one ranked team in college football for the last 4 years.
Yep.
Like, seriously. So, and they already said his arm's big enough for the NFL, which I've seen a dude go from his 20-yard line to almost the 30-yard line on the other side of the field. That's like a freaking 75-yard pass.
Exactly.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, it is.
And the dude is a great. He's 6'3".
Yeah.
That isn't more than an average height of a quarterback.
Yep. I think you're probably right about these guys. I really do. We'll see how it plays out.
Well, the running back from Alabama, that Najee Harris, I don't think he's going to be that good in the NFL.
Yeah, I agree.
He played decent
Yeah.
with Alabama, and there's times where he'll pick up 10, 15 yards, but then most of the time he only gets 2-3 yards.
Yeah. He wasn't that great.
No, someone that I love is that Bryce Love from Stanford. That dude is fast. He's so elusive. When he's out in the field, you can't catch him.
Yeah.
You give a dude the ball and he runs right up the middle, shoots out everybody, runs 60, 70-yard touchdowns. And he kind of reminds me of Nick Chubb. When someone's on him,
he'll
carry him
yeah.
for 6, 7 yards and just keep going.
Yep.
Until it takes like 4 people to bring this dude down. That's what a true running back is. Not someone that picks up 2-3 yards at a time.
Exactly.
You want someone that can pick up big chunks.
Oh yeah.
Big yardage.
So, you want to hear some of the details about Kareem Hunt's contract?
What's that?
They got Hunt to sign. He's kind of a risk at this point. He was being investigated. But they got him to sign a 1-year deal that includes $0 in guaranteed money. But it also includes a roster bonus for every game during the regular season that he's active. If Hunt gets suspended, he won't be seeing much money in 2019. What happened is the former Chiefs running back has been under investigation by the NFL since December after a video was released that showed him shoving and kicking a woman during an altercation at a Cleveland hotel in February last year. The NFL placed him on the commissioner's exempt list shortly after, and that's where he's been ever since. Now, if the league decides to suspend him for 4 games in 2019, he would lose out on a total of $62,000 per week. That's $37,000 base salary, $25,000 active roster bonus. If that were to happen, Hunt's contract in 2019 would be just worth $848,000. But if it went out for 6 games, he would be nearly. He would lose out nearly $380,000. They only signed him a 1-year contract for $1.1 million, but he's got to be active. We'll see what happens. And actually, he'll be making more here as a 3rd-round pick. Now, this is a 3rd-round pick in the 2017 NFL Draft. He would have only made a maximum of $678,000 compared to other ones. So that's crazy if they would have kept him. A 3rd-round draft pick. That's kind of crazy.
And you know what school he came from?
I'm sorry?
I said, you know what school he came from? My school.
I'm sorry?
University of Toledo.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
And according to Dorsey, he said they might be taking a risk, but he's the GM. He believes in giving a second chance. And if he wants it, he'll work for it.
I think everybody's entitled to a second chance.
Yeah. And they did their due diligence on Hunt before giving him the 1-year deal. So they did their homework. Dorsey believes that if a person wants to better themselves and be a better person, he's willing to give them that chance. So, but if he has a breakout season, he'll be a restricted free agent in 2020, and that'll make it easier for the Browns to keep him too. So,
exactly. I mean, the Browns are the team that has the most calorie cap right now.
Right.
They have been for years.
Yeah.
They just been waiting for the best people to get a hold of why they take so much money.
Right. It's not about the money at this point, but they covered themselves. Either way it goes, they'll be fine. So,
exactly.
They'll be in a good spot if he has a breakout year, and he just might. So.
I still can't get over when they let go freaking Carlos Hyde.
Yeah.
Him and Nick Chubb were the greatest duo in the league at the time.
Yep.
They were averaging the most yards to carry together.
Yep. It's going to be good. It's going to be a great season. We'll watch. My stupid cat is playing in a box. We'll watch and see how the draft goes, and we'll get back to you on that. Do you like racing?
Sorta. I mean, I don't know a lot about it.
Everybody's sort of done with NASCAR because of all the rules and stuff now. It's like they changed the whole racing format. So they're not
The only dude I like about racing is Dale Earnhardt, dude.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only person I really like.
So, I don't know. We might get into that later. I think we covered most of the important stuff tonight. I think we'll maybe do some sports every other week. Does that sound good to you?
Sounds fine to me.
Yeah. We'll delve into the racing, what's going on in that. You like b-ball?
Of course I like b-ball.
Okay, we'll have to talk about some b-ball then, won't we? We'll have to talk about some b-ball next time. I'll let you.
Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time.
Well,
you can't compare him to LeBron James.
Yeah.
Just to let everybody know, first off, they play 2 different positions. Michael Jordan was a shooting guard. LeBron James is a small forward. That's 2 different positions. And Michael Jordan played back in a different time era. This is a different time era for LeBron. And ball back then was a lot harder than it is now. Just saying for everybody out there.
Yeah, good.
That irritates me when everybody says LeBron's better. I'm like, he is not better. If you put LeBron back when Michael Jordan played, and they both played the same position, then you could compare them, but you can't. You just cannot.
I agree. It's not the same position. Exactly. I agree.
I mean, he's passed a lot of stats about Michael Jordan. Congrats, there's a lot of people that's passed stats. Everybody breaks stats. Freaking Drew Brees is ranked number 2 in passing yards.
Yeah.
Touchdown yards, reception yards, touchdown passes. Peyton Manning is ranked number 1. Give Drew Brees a year, 2 a year or two, boom, he breaks that. He's in first place. Doesn't mean that Peyton Manning still isn't one of the best quarterbacks.
Exactly. Very true. Peyton Manning will always be a legend. Always.
Oh, of course.
So, okay, I think that pretty much wraps it up for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think we'll do this every other week, and next time we're on, I'll have Michael with me again, because I get a lot of compliments when he's on, because you know what you're talking about. And we'll talk some b-ball, too. We'll see what's going on in the free agency, if they signed anybody by then. Or, you know.
There's a lot of trade rumors going on.
You got that right. We'll see how many.
I've been hearing about.
Yeah. We'll see how many actually come true. We'll see what's going on. So that's great. Thank you for joining me, Mike. Appreciate it. And we'll be back in 2 weeks. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for listening. Peace out, y'all.